And we're back, part 2. This is based on Code Geass, very badly based. I've always really liked Code Geass. And again, this is a really old drawing. It got wrinkled in one of my many moves over the last 6 to 7 years. But I still really liked it. This one I finished in Photoshop. This one is Black Rock Shooter. I've always been a fan of that series. I think it was based off of, the character was based off of Hatsune Miku, or inspired on by. This is an original done in 05. That one I actually put a date on. And my real life signature. This one is for an original story. Just a random sketch. I kind of used this one as a color test paper at some point. This is Sailor Moon. Kind of done in the crystal style. Some Gaia online art, my character. One of her outfits. My Gaia Online character again. My character again, this time in black and white. And a top hat. This is a random Avatar, the Legend of Korra, and a Avatar the Last Airbender inspired character. Oh, Kaicho wa Maid-sama fan art here. I never really finished. I love that show. This one actually got stained in a spill, so I never really posted it, but I still really like it. This is another character inspired by Avatar the Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra. This one was something that I just colored and it got stained, so I never posted it, but you can see where the line art came from. This was an experiment in coloring for me. Another experiment that got badly stained, so I never posted it or finished it. This was supposed to be a first rough sketch of a Sailor Moon OC of mine, one of her earliest forms. This one I never finished. Sometimes well, a lot of the times I don't like doing backgrounds because I can rarely think of anything decent to do that would complement the character that I've drawn. But I really love how her wings turned out and her hair. This one is Sailor Pluto. My mom actually helped me figure out the background with this one because I was really stumped on how to make it all work out with the colors. Another Sailor Pluto picture. This one I'm not really thrilled with how it turned out, but oh well. This is an original. I actually have two versions of this. This is the colored pencil version with a marker background. I used Copic markers for the background on this one and Prismacolor pencils for the outfit and hair. This is the marker version. Hatsune Miku fan art that I did. I don't know if you can see it, but there's actually some sparkles on there. There you go. Just the pink parts, but still. Sailor Mercury. A redraw from an older picture that I did years back. This one I like a lot better. Especially the water at her feet. This was a request from someone on DeviantArt, either a request or an art trade. This one is watercolor paint. This is actually my first drawing that I did with Copic multi-liners. But I was pretty happy with how it turned out, so this one is another Avatar, The Legend of Korra, and a Last Airbender inspired character. Some Sailor Moon again. This one is Copic markers and watercolor paint. Again, I like to draw Chibiusa as a teenager and young adult. This is a witch inspired picture, but for my fan fiction. So my Sailor Moon OCs, I have tons of them. These are just some of the earliest that I have. This is for a sister friend that I have that lives in New York. She commissioned this last year, and my dad passed away in December, and I didn't really finish this until a few months ago when I got back into doing art again. But I was really happy with how this turned out. This started off as just an experiment with hand and arm lengths, and then I just decided to use my OCs and fill the whole page and just color it. This was pretty random. Another Sailor Moon themed piece of art, one of my oldest characters that I've been drawing. This is supposed to be like inspired by the Sailor Moon manga or Sailor Moon Crystal show, but with my characters. These are some Winx Club inspired characters of mine in Lobix style outfits. This one has some sparkle on it. This is a sketch of the drawing that I did earlier, that I showed earlier. This is just a random sketch of one of the images that I did. And that's it for part 2.